We're sending you back to the future!
You're a dork.
I hate dorks.
I guess you guys aren't ready for that yet.
Welcome to Let's Go Back in Time Part 2. We're doing this in 3 parts because, there's 3 parts of Back to the Future. Back in Time is literally themed around Back to the Future. And we wanted to give you 3 parts of something special in the lead up on the final week that is Back in Time, or that Back in Time's happening. Today with me is my very own, my favourite little pair of duo, the dynamic duo themselves, my GMs, J.E. and Stalley. What's happening, boys? Welcome back. How are we?
How is it going? Yeah, great to be here once again. Looking forward to the show. Obviously, we are literally, just over a week away now from the show, right?
It'll be under
right
a week
around
by
the
the time
corner.
this comes out.
Yeah, absolutely. So right around the corner. I am super hyped for it, personally.
Jay?
Just going to echo Stalley's words. Not long to go now at all. Buzzing for round 2. Obviously, we like to think we paid our dues as GMs in round 1, which is why you've asked for us to come back again for another show and do it all over again. Super excited, and I really can't wait for this one. It's going to be special.
I absolutely agree with you. You paid your dues. We'll get to the person that might have an issue with that statement in a bit because he's had some choice words. Yeah, all right, okay, calm down. We'll get there because that's going to be a big segment of this. We know what the first show was like, the atmosphere, everything like that. We've got a lot, we know a lot of people coming again, people that were there before, so they're buzzing. The excitement is... I feel there's more pressure on this one than there was the first one because we've got to try and recapture that magic. And I think with the card we've got, we had an amazing card the first time. And I think this time we've done better because that was a phenomenal card. But we've matched it, and we're going to continue growing this little thing we've got going because there's surprises coming, as you guys know, on this next show. Announcements we've got to make on the show that, could mean next year's going to be even bigger.
Yeah, absolutely. The bar has been set high from the get-go, but I feel like we can just keep it going on an upwards trend from here on. So, yeah, people need to wait and see what we have in store for them, I think.
The card we've got as well, like you say, we had a great card last time. This card is strong. This card's looking really, really good. There's some proper tasty matches here that I'm really excited for.
And, the first one, this opening the show, we had 2 title matches at the last show. Yes, we did. I was just thinking, I had to think to myself, then we did. We had obviously Johnny Royal defending his title, which he unfortunately lost at VCW this week. But we've got Ian Frost, the EPWE regional champion, is putting his belt on, his belt on the line against his former friend and supposedly still friend, but I don't know. I wouldn't trust the man as far as I can throw him, Preston Sage. A new member to the roster, Will Tyrrell, the rebellious rocker, and handsome Jimmy V. And I can see this being the opener, and I always think, with a wrestling show, you need to have a strong opener. I feel like there's going to be some explosions. Preston and Jimmy have got some unsettled business from the last show. Ian and Preston are friends, but I feel like that's going to be an issue. And Will's got something to prove because he's the new guy on the block.
Indeed. To be honest, I've seen Will before.
Yeah.
And the last time that I saw him, he was using the Green Day song that WWE just used for Crown Jewel before WWE made it cool. So, there's that.
He's a trendsetter. Okay.
He is indeed. Yeah, that's where I'm going with that. Absolutely.
And you say Ian and Preston are friends, but once the bell rings, right? Like nobody's friends in that moment. So all bets are off. But I just want to again echo what Stalley said. Keep an eye on Will. Keep an eye on Will because, like you say, he's new to this roster, but he's not new to the game. So keep an eye on him because I think there's something to show there.
We had a spot in this match that was glowing open, and he was an obvious choice. He was someone that was suggested for Never Say Die. It didn't work out. He was there in the crowd. And I think that gave him a hunger to want to be here in this show. And I mean, boy, do you know what I mean? Like I say, he's a great talent. He did come highly recommended from all the NFW guys. So I'm very happy he's going to be there. And like I say, keep your eye on him, because, I mean, again, let's ask you this. There's 4 people in that match. Yes, Ian is the enforcer, is a very powerful guy. But, I mean, we saw in the last time, Preston Sage and Johnny Royal hate each other's guts. But they managed to sync up once or twice in that match to take out Jimmy V. I don't know who's going to take the win here. Who are your thoughts on? Who would you like to see? Okay, who would you like to see win then?
This is the thing, right? Of like fatal 4-way, you like it's anyone's. Everyone's got. I'm not going to go into Steiner math, but everyone's got a 25% chance, right? But I don't know. He's the enforcer. He is the enforcer. So I'd like to see. So if I've got to put my I would like to see Will do it. I'm just chucking it out there. I'd like to see Will do it.
Yeah, my money's also on Will. I'm seated and watching behind the curtain, but my money is on Will on this one.
Okay. I mean, we're not going to go through this whole card, and it's all going to be the fan favourites you're going for, right? I mean,
look, we're the good guys here, right?
Just don't be typical. You're the GMs now. You don't have to go for the typical blue-eye baby face guys all the time. But no, like you say, I get what you're saying. There's something about, there's a spark about this kid that I like, and that's why I was happy for him to step in. Yeah, great opening match. Then, I don't know if you see the episode with the Scotsman and the Kings of the Ring. Now, I don't know if you remember last time, Kings of the Ring lost their match against the Strong Dads. And there was some, what's the word I'm looking for? Unsettlement between the team. And you'd think, few months, they're good friends, they would have sorted it. When they were chatting with the Scotsmen were making a point. They are twins. They've been in each other's lives since the day they were born, bar 2 minutes, I think it was, difference. They are in sync. They know what each other's thinking. And that's what makes a good tag team, doesn't it? That if you can sync your minds. When you watch the episode with them, the Kings of the Ring, there still seems to be a little bit of distrust between each other. Could that be their downfall? Could that be their second loss? I don't know. You guys saw what they like. The Scotsman are probably new to you guys. Have either of you guys seen the Scotsman before?
No,
I can't say.
Great tag team. I won't. You know, great tag team, formidable tag team, and I went to school with the guys, so they've been in it since the day I got into it. So yeah, I mean, it's a good tag team match, and the Kings of the Ring, you know, they are. I mean, Sullivan and Richie together, they're doing big bits on the independent scenes apart. Sullivan was wrestling Rhino a few months ago, but on paper as a tag team, they should be very strong. But is there an issue between them that could cause this match to go tits up?
I think there might be, and well, last time round, my missus was in the crowd and Sullivan was shouting profanities at her, so I'm not too happy about that. But I'll let that slide for these purposes. But you say twins and twin tuition and all that. You just got to look at the Usos to know that it's not always cohesive. Things can go wrong. So I actually think Kings of the Ring are going to steal this one. I think they're gonna pick up the win here.
I was going to say the same thing as you, Jay, on that one. We see what's happened with the Usos previously. We see what's going on with the Usos now as well, potentially. Yeah, just because they're related by blood doesn't mean anything.
It's true. I mean, again, I have to stay biased on all this front as such, but I will, because I saw, I watched this unfolding with them. To me, there was a lot of unsettlement between the Kings of the Ring that could be their downfall. And two, like I said, I went to school with Gary and Stephen. Like we got into wrestling together. I know that they are inseparable, and I don't know. I think that the money might be in their call, but again, another match we're going to see play out, and whatever happens, it's going to be a stormer because both teams are amazing.
Because you grew up with them, Ryan, did you ever see cracks in the foundation there between the two of them? Or were they, as you say, pretty much inseparable?
No. So, only thing I saw cracks, so it's a running joke, because around 16, 17, I fell out with them. And that's when, to me, they were stronger than ever, because it was kind of it wasn't like they were the bad guys and I was the good guy, but in your own head you are, right? Because you have a falling out with your friends, and in my eyes, there's two of them against me. But like, we had a falling out, and it was always, they were so together, like you couldn't win an argument because you were literally going against two people that are so in sync. So I've never seen them have any issues. And they have been. It's strange, because even though they're like 2 minutes in age difference, I've always seen it as like Stephen is like the older brother, very protective of Gary. Not that Gary isn't protective of Stephen, but Gary's the more silly one. Stephen's the more, focused,
level-headed.
Gary reins him back when he's having a bit too much fun, sort of thing. So to me, it's just that it works. But again, we'll see what happens from there. We'll see this. This is what I love about this card, is that every match is so unpredictable that you can sit here and have this, but we might be completely wrong. And Jay, I just want to point this out, because we're about to get to the third match. And this is, to both of you, because you just said about Sullivan King giving your missus profanity. That's not someone you're going to rub up the wrong way and go lay your hands on, is it?
Well, no.
We have to talk about this next.
I did say I'd let it slide, so we'll move on.
You will, right? Just checking.
You've got to keep it professional,
wrestling,
right?
Sometimes people say stuff like that, and it isn't always true. People love making drama, and this is what I'm going to have to bring up. Again, we've now got what was going to be the Showtime Darlings versus the Strong Dads is now going to be RJ Singh versus Mr. Dexter. Strong Dads can't obviously wrestle together because Skip has had surgery. Showtime Darlings have effectively split up because David has decided to go it alone. It feels like the show is better without him, and Mr. Dexter is quite happy to go solo. So Mr. Dexter asked for this match, but he has made a massive point. He did actually put in, and I've told you guys about this, a formal complaint about the last show. And
okay,
I had to, and we had to say this to them, we got wrapped up in the show as much as anybody else. He made a point that the stunners, which were phenomenal, by the way, you two are great at giving stunners. The stunners that you guys gave directly led into them being finished by the Pom Bros and into a very fast and very one-sided pin as such. So he's saying that they wouldn't have lost that match if you guys hadn't laid your hands on them. So I was like, do you know what? I said, even you guys might even see this. I know, I get it, but maybe the stunners influenced the decision of the match. But again, as a man that was putting on a show, I wanted the best show ever. I tasked you guys with being the GMs of putting on a great show. To me, what I saw was an amazing happy ending. The Pon Bros win. The crowd were going crazy for the Pon Bro. Yes, you guys stunned them. The crowd were going crazy for that. But in a business sense of it, I have to look at the fact that, maybe you influenced the decision. So, obviously, I have promised Mr. Dexter that this match, you guys, the GMs, will be far away from it. Are you guys okay with that? The silence says it all.
I mean, if that's what you want, and if that's going to help him feel better and make him feel better, I mean, you can say that we put our hands on them and it led to them losing, but who put hands on who first?
Yes, Kurt brought
Great
this
point
up. This all stemmed from the reason you guys were involved in the match, because they were trying to put their hands on you guys. That Mr. Dexter himself feigned an injury that made you guys potentially be ready to call off the match. So there is two sides to every story, of course. But I said to give him that it's probably a good idea. Keep you guys away from that match. because then he has every right to prove that he can go out there and do a straight match, no cheating, no feigning injuries, none of that. He hasn't got his tag team partner this time. The GM stay away from it, and then let's see how he does in the match without that.
Fair enough. You know what? We'll sit back. We'll sit back this time. We'll spectate from the sidelines. No problems there. But then let's see if he can still get the result he's after without our input.
Exactly. I did say to Kurt that, because it got a little bit weird. He started singing and everything to RJ sing and just left the podcast after he finished singing. It got very weird. I said to Kurt, yes, the GMs will stay away, but we're not never too far away. The management team will keep an eye. We'll keep an eye. We're not going to get involved, obviously, because we don't want that to then him to have an issue with us because we're then getting involved. But I mean, between us, this isn't even for the listeners. This is between GMs and the board. You know me. So if a foot needs going up an arse, I'm always ready. Last time I wasn't even going to do that, but I'm a little bit more prepared that I might have to put a foot up someone's arse every so often. I'll keep my eye on. But Jay's looking at Jay, was you that stunned Mr. Dexter as well, right?
No. That was Stalley's.
No, it was the other way around.
It was
okay.
me.
You had David, right? Fair enough. Okay. You did have a look on your face then as if to say, I'll put my foot up his ass, but...
Well,
I think we all would.
But all I was going to say is if we stay away, if we stay away and you guys are going to be watching it, then fine. But he is sneaky. He's got underhand tactics. So he just needs to be watched. Is all I say. We'll stay away, but he just needs to be watched.
Well, Skip's going to be out there. Obviously, Skip can't get involved because he's got a bad leg. So Skip will be out there. We will be nearby. Like I said, we've got other announcements on there. So we'll make sure you guys are dealing with the announcements and making sure that you're busy at the time while that match is going on. But yeah, thoughts on this one? Who's going to win? RJ Singh. We have to point out, this is RJ's second show for us, but third match. And I hate to say it because one of these matches includes myself, but he is on a 2-win streak for TDW. And then you've got Mr. Dexter, who lost the last match, but is very fired up to take this. Be honest, I mean, listen, I can't hold doubt that Mr. Dexter isn't a great wrestler. He's very entertaining.
Absolutely.
Sure. Just very sneaky.
Absolutely.
Who's going to win this one?
Nothing personal here at all, but I'm definitely going to have to back RJ on this one. So much so, I'm putting my whole bank account on the line. RJ, go and do it, please. Get the victory.
If you could just WhatsApp me your card details.
I was waiting for that.
CVC.
I was waiting for that.
Yeah, just in case.
Better put my money where my mouth is, right?
Second, but if Mr. Dexter somehow does get the win over the King, okay. Jay?
RJ. If I take bias away from it for a second and the thoughts we have between Dexter and David and things like that, I'm still going to go RJ.
Yeah.
I just think he is that good.
Listen, again, I have to be biased, but as someone, because the fact that Mr. Dexter said that last time he went up against the team and then some wannabe, he called me a wannabe, like a wannabe. So, and RJ was very quick to say, maybe be careful trying to bite the hand that feeds you. Called me a wannabe. So listen, on this one, I'm not going to be. RJ's taking this win all day long. This is RJ Singh. I know how powerful that man is. I know what it is. And Mr. Dexter, you called me a wannabe. Listen, you'll find out what the King is about. And this is why we wanted RJ to teach the Kings of the Ring a lesson last time, because that's what he does. He's been around a long time. He teaches people that need a lesson teaching a big lesson.
just food for thought there. Then, if he's saying you're a wannabe, what's that make him?
I'm just going to point this out. The man does kind of try to emulate the Joker. There's a reason why the Joker's tattooed on my arm. There's a reason why I dress up in it every year. If he wants to bring out my clown Prince of Crime side, down the line. Maybe he'll push his luck, and maybe me and my GMs will come out as the insane clown posse.
I like that. I like that.
No. We're looking up. We're picking sides, but I get it. Like, he's rubbed people the wrong way himself, but also made a good point of what he said, and that's the annoying part of what he said. Yeah, again, wrapped up in the show at the moment. Maybe the decision was influenced, but I'm not going to say change the decision or say that it wasn't a great ending to a show. He must appreciate that. He's a showman. Bang, that ends the first half of the show. Then we've got an interval, probably a little raffle, probably little bits. Then maybe then we'll make some big announcements. But the next big match, and I know you're going to have some thoughts on this. The Misfit, Johnny Royal, versus Michael Parky Streams Parks.
Let's go, Parky.
A friend of yours. Okay. Someone that I have stated many times, because Laferde, by the way, I don't know what his issue is and why he's trying to rub that man the wrong way, but I've been saying to him, do you listen to anything Parky says when he says it's not personal, it's pure violence? Parky didn't snap. He was on the verge of snapping at Never Say Die. I think may have either already snapped or be on the verge of snapping. So Laferde, like I told him, you're a member of the management team, but if he puts his hands on you, I ain't helping you because you've done this yourself. You've rubbed him the wrong way. But he has obviously got a problem with the cosplay nightmare, Kev D. Kev D's not able to be back in time, but his good friend, Johnny Royal, is. So to me, this is kind of like a stepping stone for Parky. If I can beat Johnny Royal, I get my hands on Kev down the line.
Look, here's the thing, right? Johnny Royal is very good. You can't dispute that. He's very, very good at what he does. But Michael Parks is an unhinged, functioning alcoholic. And that makes you dangerous. That makes you unpredictable. You don't know. You never know who you're going to face. You never know who you're going to get in that match. And that's why, low key, I actually think this match might steal the show.
Okay. I've got a feeling it's going to be a banger.
The only trouble is, with what Jay's just said, is the fact that therefore, as we know, we saw last time as well, we Never Say Die, he has a very short fuse. And yes. I think that's going to get the better of him in this match.
There's the logic, right? You see in both sides of it. There's a way that if he taps into the smart side of this and using his violence in a match side, Parky's got a good chance of taking this match. But again, we've got to also factor in the fact that Parky hasn't wrestled in 7 years. Johnny Royal has been wrestling consistently for the last 7 years. He's doing very well for himself, winning titles. So, but at the same time, Parky, is good at what he does. Just hasn't done it for a while. And if he puts his mind... I mean, I've watched him live streaming, and I went on 1 minute, he's on the treadmill, come back an hour later, he's still there.
He's taking this
the
seriously.
The boy's putting in his time and his training.
He is taking this seriously.
I know he's taking it seriously.
I watched him fall off that treadmill about 4 times.
Yeah, because he does it while he's also drinking. That's the problem. This is the balance problem.
Treadmill and Bucky?
Yeah.
Surely not.
Yeah. They should just call it Park Fast instead of Buck Fast.
Literally. The guy might as well have shares in the company.
I reckon at least 75% of his blood is Buckfast at this point. But I know he's taking it serious. If he puts his mind in the right frame, this match all day he's got every chance of winning this match. But if he lets slip, if the anger gets too much because he's thinking, Kev's in his head, Laferde's in his head, I feel like he could snap and that could be his downfall. So
I feel like he's still feeling that crossroads from last time, I'll be honest.
Oh, 100%.
That's going to have an impact and a knock-on effect.
Because Johnny Royal couldn't make the episode with Parky, Kurt thought it'd be a great idea to bring the cosplay nightmare in as a surprise for Parky. Weren't happy. He weren't happy at all. But, yeah. So, I mean, I sense that, Jay, you're saying this is Parky's win. Stalley, you think Johnny Royal?
Going Johnny Royal.
Okay.
Going Johnny Royal on this one. Sorry, Parky, but friendship aside, Johnny Royal.
My head says Johnny. My heart says Parky. I'm going to listen to my heart. Come on, Michael Parks.
I don't know why in my head, but it's a really bad joke. You were like, my head says Johnny, my heart says Parky, my penis says he's just going That would have been the greatest ending of that. All right, cool, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, so, look, again, see what I mean? We're only at match 4. Match 4, and we've got such a strong card.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the main event is the main event. There's a reason why we've left it to the last match. There's another reason why it's the last match. You guys made this decision. Max, let's put it, Max brought us D'Angelo. Max brought us an American guy who, by the way, if you're watching what he's doing over there, this guy's going to be something. And, you know, Max said, you know, he's desperate to make his UK debut. D'Angelo was okay with us being the ones that made it. And I've said to him, listen, because he's very thankful to us. And I said, listen, I don't want you to be thankful to us. All I want you to do is when you make it, when you're writing their autobiography or this is a documentary, just mention the initials TDW. Just remember that. That's all I ask in that documentary, because that will help us down the line. You know, when wrestlers make it big and they remember their first match in the UK, just remember that, you know, we made that happen. We had loads of people, loads of names stepping forward for this match because he wanted the best of Britain, best that the British could give him. Different people contacting, and I'm not saying that anyone wasn't good enough, but we were looking for something, a spark. Then I get a video from you guys. It seems like you found someone with a spark.
We got him.
Ryan Matthews. So a name I'd heard of.
Yep.
And done much research on. His name was in the ether. The first thing you say is he's from WAW, World Association of Wrestling. The Knights, as in Ricky Knight, Sweet Saraya Knight, Paige / Saraya Knight, Roy Knight, Zach Knight, the Knights.
The list goes
family
on.
Royalty from the purebred of British. The biggest. The wrestling has more than one royal family. They are the British royal family right there of wrestling. That is hands down. So he's been trained by some of the best in the business. Okay, why did this happen? Why Ryan?
I'll take this one first. So I saw Ryan multiple times, actually. I've seen Ryan multiple times across his career in the Indies, all over the UK. Incredible talent in the ring and outside the ring as well on the mic, as we saw with the video package. But then we've got D'Angelo, someone who's making his UK debut. Pretty big thing. But there's no doubts in my mind that him and D'Angelo are going to put on an absolute banger of a match. British wrestling classic, dare I say, inbound.
So you'd seen, you knew he was a good contender for this. The fact that he wanted helped. Okay, Jay, what about you? What did you see in Ryan?
So I didn't have as much of a backstory as Stalley, if I'm being totally honest, but I had seen videos. Stalley had sent me some videos and said, look, check out this guy. I'd seen the video and I thought, do you know what? This guy, like, true grit, true, proper British. And D'Angelo said as well, he said himself, look, gimme British. The dude's literally got Sir in front of his name. What more British do you want than that? What Stalley said, true. This is going to get gritty. This is going to get gritty. It's going to, but as well, I have seen D'Angelo too, and the future is bright for him. But we felt together that Sir Ryan Matthews would be the right call for this.
The stakes have been raised because on part 1 of this 3-parter that we're doing for the final week leading up to Back in Time, we had Ryan and D'Angelo on, we had Max on, we had Ryan's partner Lena on, and things got heated and Ryan challenged D'Angelo, and to me I think it's amazing because this is Back in Time. Ryan challenged D'Angelo to go back in time to a traditional, classic, world of sport style British wrestling match. That means it's not going to be one match, just continuous. This is British rules. This is in rounds. There'll be 5 rounds of 5 minutes, and it is the best of 2 out of 3 falls match. That means it's going to be traditional British rules. It's going to be defended like it was at World of Sport. I mean, God damn it. Our ref, Elliot, he will be dressed, whether he likes it or not, in a shirt and bow tie. It will be
Nice.
traditional. We're going old school. We're making this proper.
like it.
We're going to have this a proper British main event. Why? Because it's the main event. And why should it not be something big? You know what? Look, since I've met the guy, I've been become very friendly with D'Angelo. I love his work. I've now got my eye on Ryan. I'm struggling to figure out who could take this match, because the advantage goes to Ryan in the sense of he's done these matches before. D'Angelo is on new turf, not only literally, physically by being in a new country he's never wrestled in or been to before, but he's in a match he's never done before and never potentially seen, because it's very rare it happens here now.
I was going to say exactly the same thing as you, Ryan. I feel like with D'Angelo, he is going to be in unfamiliar territory, and that's not just location, but that's opponent, that's match style, and then it's going to be a tough one for him to get to grips with. But I have no doubts in my mind, as I said, they're going to put on an absolute banger to close out the show.
Absolutely. Jay, what do you think?
If anyone can overcome all those obstacles, it is probably someone like D'Angelo. But I mean, we bought you Ryan, didn't we? We bought him to you, so it's gonna be a banger.
Confusingly, we brought you Ryan. We brought you Ryan and realised I'm Ryan as well, so it got a little bit
too many Ryans.
I was like, what do you mean?
There's way too many Ryans, by the way.
Yeah.
There's too many. You've got Woody, you've got Laferde, you've got me, you've got Ryan. It's becoming a thing. We're gonna start a faction.
Ryan
too
Square.
many Ryans, too many Ryans.
Ryan Square.
Ryan's World. I don't doubt that D'Angelo can hold his own, because as D'Angelo says, his wrestling style is explosive. I think Ryan was seeing it as that he's American. He does all that, as he calls it, the flippy dippy doos. He does all the flippy dippy doos. He won't be able to hang in a British style match. Ryan says he does that sort of stuff, but he also has learned the British way, so he knows how to have a match. He thinks he's got the advantage because D'Angelo does American, but D'Angelo says, I'm explosive. My style adapts to every situation I'm put in. No match is too much for me. I don't doubt him. I'm very excited for this, because this match, again, another match can go either way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a hard one for us to call. Obviously, as Jay said, we did bring you Ryan. So obviously we do have a lot of faith in him to bring home the victory in this match. But on the other hand, again, much like Jay, I have seen various videos online of D'Angelo. I see what he can bring to the table, and therefore it does make it a hard one to sort of decide and land on a winner for. But I have to make a decision. I am going to go with our guy Ryan on this occasion.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Jay?
It's really tough to call this one, but purely because of the fact that we bought you Ryan, I'm going to say Ryan as well. And I feel like there's just too many odds. Like Stalley said, different environment, different opponent, different type of match. I feel like Ryan's going to nick it, but maybe just. I think it's going to be close. I think it'll be close.
Okay, cool. All right, I get what you're saying. I mean, listen, he's flying all the way over here. Again, I don't want to be choosing sides because I shouldn't be, but I'm going to put my money towards D'Angelo because the man's coming a long way for this fight. I feel like he's going to bring it. Like, he'd be silly not to, in my eyes. And I think, maybe he will prove why he deserves to have a shot over in the UK and why he could be a big name here as well as he in America. And he has a bright future. They both have a bright future. And listen, honestly, thank you for bringing us Ryan. I'm not even going to lie that, because The guy, I'm now watching his stuff all over, and I mean, literally, Fightmare. He just wrestled at Fightmare last week and won their briefcase.
Yes. Yep.
Like, again, we're hanging with some of the biggest names in British wrestling. Some of the guys, Sullivan King, Richie were there at the show.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, TDW's got a bright future, and I can tell you that. I mean, technically, we're not looking to the future right now. We're going back in it.
I see ya. Don't worry.
I mean, all films are celebrating, and then next year we've got shows booked in. We've got 4 shows booked in next year.
Correct.
There might be some Need for Speed. There might be adventures along train tracks. There might be a trip to Halloween in Haddonfield. There may be a labyrinth. I don't know. There may be all kinds of stuff going on. But Back in Time is happening this Sunday. If you haven't got your tickets, book it right now, because we're all going to be there. They're going to be literally heavily involved in the show. I'm just going to be on the sidelines this time and not getting involved. Thank you. Loads of stuff to come. Get your tickets. Come see us. Come have a great time. Boys, I'm fucking excited. And it's the first time I think we've sworn in this episode properly. I'm fucking excited for another time. One, I know, like, this group of misfits that we've got in this company, we're going to have a great time regardless, even if there wasn't a crowd, because it's just seeing each other and hanging and chatting and watching some wrestling. But we've also got the crowd coming. We've got atmosphere. We're going to see people in new T-shirts. We've got some new T-shirt designs coming. Looking forward to it, man. It's here now. I'm less stressed this time because it's the second one and I'm ready, but I'm excited.
Exactly. You know what to expect now. Obviously, like we said at the start, there is sort of an expectation now, because you set the bar so high from the first show that we're going to deliver another absolute classic night for everyone to be sports entertained by. But you're going to do that, and you're going to exceed and continue to raise that bar. So, yeah, let's do this. Let's have it.
I'm excited. I just can't. One, I can't wait to be back with everyone and just see people again. But also as well, the show itself. Like we've said this at the beginning of the show, throughout the show, it's such a strong card. The wrestling is next level. If you like Ryan said, if you haven't got your tickets, go and get them, because this is a show that you don't want to miss this show. You really don't want to miss it. It's going to be great, and I can't wait to be part of it all over again.
No more needs to be said. I'm Ryan. That's the GMs of TDW, Stone Cold Stalley, j.e.wrestletok. Boys, thank you for being here. See you Sunday.
See you there.
See you later.
We're sending you back to the future.
You're a dork.
I hate dorks.
Guess you guys aren't ready for that yet.